Hello you guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing part 2 of my makeup inventory, and today we are just focusing on foundations. As you can see, my foundation drawer is pretty full. I didn't even think that I had this many, but to keep it fair, I was like a freelancing makeup artist, and so when I stopped doing that, a lot of foundations for my kit, as you can see, like I have multiples of different shades. I just pulled some of the shades that obviously would work with my skin tone that I figured I can keep in my kit, try to get use out of. So we can just go ahead and get started because I'm going to try to not keep it long. But yeah, we have a lot to go through. I know I waited till the end of my last video to give you guys a number, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start today. I have 43 foundations. That's a lot, but like I said, some are like multiples, and I'm going to be honest, Craftopian, I did mention in my last video, they did send me products to review, and that includes every foundation that they have palette wise. Like they have a theatrical, a glamour cream, and they sent me multiple shades of each. I only pulled the colors that would work for me, and the rest I have in a box somewhere. So technically I do have more foundations than that, but I'm not going to keep an account because honestly there is a whole lot, and I'm very thankful for it. But because I'm not freelancing anymore, I am just going to go ahead and pass it along to family and friends. The box is actually right down there. To family and friends who can use it on their skin tones, or makeup artists who can use it in their kit, because they even sent me like airbrush ones. I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. So okay, let's just get started. I am just going to try to keep this in order. As you can see, obviously everything is all different sizes. If I have samples, I'm going to go over everything, and I also counted my samples because they're in my drawer, so I haven't gotten rid of them yet. So anyways, yes, I'm going to start with the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. This was a newer one. I literally got it towards the end of 2021. It was on clearance at Kohl's, and it's like 10 bucks, and Raw Beauty Christie raves and raves about it, so I bought it. I think the color was just a little too light for me. Nonetheless, I did not like it, so it's there, but I feel guilty because I feel like I should love it. I don't, so I'm probably going to declutter that or find someone to give it to. But because I opened it and used it already, I feel like, you know, I don't want to put it with the box of unopened stuff. L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Serum, Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Like I said, just got this too at the end of last year, and I am obsessed. If I had to choose one foundation, my number one, this would be it. It's lightweight. You can kind of build it up to maybe light to medium. It still looks beautiful. It is just beautiful. It is just so beautiful. That's all I can really say. It's perfect. I don't know if it can go well with glam. I feel like you can do lightweight foundation and glam eyes. There's no rules to makeup for me. It's not my favorite, but it just, I love it. I love it so much for every day. Skin to tint, I'm sorry, I'm just skipping things over here, jeez. Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's a tried and true. I love it. It's beautiful. I actually, sometimes if I want like a little more, but I want it to be like kind of natural, I will mix these with any of my lighter tints or foundations, and it works beautiful as a mixer to add more coverage or to add more matte or long wear. And it also is beautiful by itself. It's more of a special occasion, or if I just feel like I want more coverage that day, that is what I think that would be my number one for that. Actually no, I take that back, because this is my other one. This is like, can be a full coverage too, and this is hands down the best foundation I ever discovered. This is the number one foundation of 2021. I will continue using it in 2022. It is beautiful. This was my number one before L'Oreal came along, but this one's like more like lightweight everyday. Sorry that I'm getting closer here, but this is more like lightweight everyday. The L'Oreal one is. This can be everyday. A lot of people say it can't. I feel like it can. You can shear this down, especially with that beauty oil that I showed you guys in the last video. And I just wanted to mention, because I just noticed this when I was testing out that Jaclyn Hill skin tint. When I was testing out that Jaclyn Hill skin tint, I really liked the idea of an airless pump, and I was like, man, how come people don't do that? I'm pretty sure Danessa Merrick does that, and I love that. I just noticed that. As you can see, I've used it. I loved it. I just cannot rave enough. Like, it can't be, I feel like this, you have to go in lightly, and you can't just be like crazy pumping all over the place. It's gonna look cakey. It's not gonna look great. When you just apply just a thin layer of it, it is just so beautiful. So that's all I can say about that for Danessa Myricks. On her site and also like Camera Cosmetics, you can order samples of it. So that's how I started off and started my love affair with her. So I do have some samples here because I was playing around trying to just find my shade. So I have like 1, 2, 3, I have four of them. And then when I found the one that I loved, that it was my shade, I bought the bigger one of it. No regrets. I will use these because they're closer in my shade. I can make it work. But so I did count all of that too. Glossier, I love this stuff. This is the best tint. This is lighter than L'Oreal, so for an everyday you can't go wrong with one of these two. If you want something that's just gonna perfect your skin but look like nothing, like you can be reckless with this, you know, like if you don't like rub it in all the way, like it just matches with your skin. It wears off so beautifully that you can't tell when you know what I mean. It's one of those where you have it on but you can't tell you have it on, but it does something. Maybe it could be like a glorified primer, which I think what the Jaclyn Hill one was trying to be. I feel like this is everything that it was trying to be, but it already existed. Yeah, this is beautiful. I just have like a darker shade. I have G9 and then I believe G11 for my summer shade. This was or summer shade, winter shade, and then I can mix them in for all the in between. Beautiful. I love these. I will continue to repurchase these. So L'Oreal, Glossier, Danessa Myricks, automatic repurchases for me. Like I can honestly be good with just those three. I can get rid of everything else in my collection. So side note. Fit Me Matte and Poreless, another beautiful tried and true. So the ones up here are like more of my shades, and then these are over here just like don't really work. I might end up just getting rid of those. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is beautiful. It's everything that everyone says it could be. When I first started freelancing, as you can see, this is what I was using a lot of because it's beautiful. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it. I just love those other ones more. And then this is pretty much done, but I keep using it. It's on its last leg. This is the L'Oreal 24-hour fresh wear. I feel like L'Oreal kills it in the foundation and base game. Like seriously, like I have more faves from this one brand foundations than I do anything else in its drugstore, and I just love that for me and everyone out there because it's kind of affordable. I know that their prices aren't like Wet n Wild prices, you know, like especially like how they used to be, but it's still beautiful. They're still worth it. If you're shopping for any of these drugstore foundations, I highly recommend going to like Walmart or like Target versus Ulta because they tend to be cheaper and more affordable, like by $5 there. So yeah, and I have these in a few shades. Once I tried this one first, and once I tried the L'Oreal Fresh Wear, this kind of took over this for me in my kit. I loved it. I've even used this on people's weddings. So yeah, then I have, again, this was sent to me from Gratopian. I haven't even tried it. I think I like swatched it, but I haven't tried it. So I have this. It is a cream foundation olive. So I did throw this in there because I feel like if I needed something more olive, like when I tan, I can kind of get like an olive undertone. I don't know. I'm still figuring myself out with that, but yeah, I figured this would be like a good mixer. And then this is the it doesn't have the name, it's the Atelier foundation. Again, it's like a pro foundation that a lot of pro makeup artists use. And I ordered this sample. This sample has lasted me forever. It's probably old, but again, from Camera Ready Cosmetics, they do not disappoint. Same thing, they have like mix-in. So if you have like foundations, like I feel like as a makeup artist, like starting out, yeah, Face Atelier, that's the name. Just starting out, sometimes it's better to get like core shades and then you can get like adjusters. So that way, you know, if you have like something in the pink family, but you know you're gonna need it lighter, dark, you know what I mean? But it's better than buying every single shade, especially if you're on a budget, to just buy these adjusters. But I have this and I can adjust any of these shades to be lighter. Again, another sample, RCMA foundation. This is a beautiful, I wanted to buy their like pro palette. It was just expensive. I was torn between that and another one that I actually ended up purchasing, but I still have this because I love it. It photographs so well. And you can like shear this out where it's kind of skin-like, but you can definitely tell like you have foundation, but it's not heavy. It's beautiful. I feel like there's a learning curve with this because when you open it, it's like a hard slab, kind of like of clay, and then you have to like warm it up on a palette. If you're doing it for yourself, you can warm it up on the back of your hand and then apply. That's how I would do it. You'll just get a more seamless blend. This is the M Cosmetics Cushion Foundation. I wanted this so bad, and it was expensive to get it with the like whole component, so I just bought the refill because they do have refills and it comes with that puff. So it's not like pretty, but I used it and I actually loved it. Like I don't know if I would have repurchased it if I didn't come across this, but this is lightweight and it has SPF and it's beautiful. I took this and the Glossier on vacation with me when I went to California, and that is what I wore the whole time I was there. They both held up well. This was just like an everyday grab and go, and this is like, oh, I want to go to dinner or something, or just look more perfected because I knew I was going to take pictures that day. That's what I used. Oh my god, it photographs so beautifully. It's like that dew glowy, like I drink a lot of water and I exercise and I'm living my best life, but on your face. So good. So we already went over the Fit Me's. Here are just more shades. Then I have the Milani Perfect 2-in-1. I had gotten these for my kit. They're thicker, they're more full of coverage. They're beautiful, they are pretty. I don't know if I'd recommend, because I do recommend like the L'Oreal or the Maybelline before this one, but this one's not bad either. I had a hard time finding my shade. I still don't know what my shade is in this, but I keep it because I don't know, there's days where you ever just sit down, there's days you just want to try something different, so that's why I have this. But yeah, it's not bad. I didn't declutter it. I actually have more foundations than this that I've actually decluttered, and they're actually more higher end ones. So yeah, back to the Graftopian. Like I said, they did send me some, so I did test. I'm looking because there's 2 shades, but I did test one of these out and it was like really pretty. I was really nervous because Graftopian's more like theater makeup, but this one's kind of pretty. Kind of reminded me of the RCMA or one of my other pro palettes out there. So it is like a pro brand, and it was really pretty. Like you can manipulate it like how you like. I think it was really pretty. It's not something that like knocked, you know, my socks off or anything, but it's pretty. Like I will continue to grab for it. That's why I kept it in my arsenal here. Then this is another one I have not tried yet. It's the Theatrical Cream Foundation. It kind of scares me. Theatrical just sounds really cakey. I might obviously play with it so I can leave them a review. It's not like a YouTube or Instagram social media kind of contract thing. It was like, hey, do you want to try makeup because we need people to leave reviews on our website? And I was like, sure. And so yeah, they sent me a bunch of stuff, and then I can just go on their website and leave my honest review. Like I said, I'm not getting paid for it. It's not like a sponsorship. It's nothing like that. I wanted to try out some makeup, and they're like, we need people to try out makeup. And I was like, sign me up. So yeah. Cover FX Power Play. Love this stuff. I had the wrong shade. I got shade matched in Sephora, and I wore it for a while. And then finally one day I just looked in the mirror and I was like, what am I doing? This is not matched, but it is beautiful. It photographs beautiful. It's full of coverage. I used to be a fuller coverage more gal. I feel like I had more to cover, and then once I got into skincare, I just got more comfortable with my skin. Obviously I still have blemishes, and that's why I really love like more lightweight. So it's not bad. If I'm going for a full coverage look, I would use this or the Estee Lauder or mix them because I love mixing things. But yeah, it's okay. It's here, it stays. When I become tan, this becomes my color is just a little too dark. It's like, you know, a shade up from where it should have been. More of my L'Oreal's, we need to go over that. These are beautiful. I just couldn't find my shades. So these are like personal use, and I love these. They're really, really beautiful. Honestly, I think I just don't use them that often because I just had a hard time. Like, I'm the type of person where I just want to get ready, grab and go. Like I said, like I love mixing things for the sake of mixing, but when it's like important, like if I'm working on a client, obviously I have to mix shades for their perfect color, which is fine. But for me to do that on an everyday basis just to go to work, it wasn't my jam. So that's why I just didn't reach for this often, because it's like I have to mix both. So I just wasn't about that life. But honestly, it's beautiful. I don't know if it's being discontinued. I think these might be a little old. So I know obviously makeup has expirations. I know a lot of people keep these past expirations. I'm guilty of doing that as well. But when a product has SPF like that, I get really leery when it comes to like expired SPF. I just don't want to mess my face up. Okay, and then these are palettes that I had in my kit. I did have darker ones, but I got rid of those for obvious reasons. I'm not dark, so I did pass those along to someone who would work great for. But these I just used more, as you can see, tried and true. I use like a spatula. It just gets messy, but I'll use like a spatula to kind of scoop it out for sanitary reasons. If you're using it on yourself, then you can just go in with like your fingers. But if you are or were a makeup artist like myself, then please keep in mind to be sanitary. And that goes for all of these. I always like to work off of a palette, but these are really pretty. The reason I opted for this and the RCMA is because I feel like these are more sturdy in a sense that they're like waterproof, sweat proof, you know, so I know that it's gonna last all day, sweating, crying tears, because I did like a lot of bridals, so that's why I liked these. And it does photograph beautifully, and like I said, you can mix them to make your shades. So I've got like more pinky, and then I've got like yellow olive, and then obviously if you need neutral, you just mix them both. So yeah, and then I got these sent to me. I have not tried them. These can be like used for contour, highlight. I don't know. They're a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I figured I'd try them out for the sake of giving it a review. I might just try one of these out and then pass like the other palettes along to someone who would use them. So yeah, I have these, which I'm assuming would perform like the Cinema Secrets. This was a tried and true. I mean, it still is. MAC is such an underrated makeup brand, period. I want to try more of their stuff, and I hate that I'm on a low buy now because I am so tempted to just buy a lot of their things. I feel like they're so underrated, like Lorac, and I don't know, like I really want to do like a full face of like MAC products. I haven't tried everything from them, but everything that I have tried is just so beautiful, especially like their lipsticks. Hands down, they make the best lipsticks. But anyways, I'm sorry that I'm going on a tangent here, but MAC Cosmetics, face and body, the best. I love it so much. It's such a unique texture. It works better when you rub it in with your fingers. It kind of like when you rub it in, it kind of gets to like this gel consistency, which just makes it just adhere to your face so well. It's obviously for face and body, so you know, I like that it's more transfer proof than the other lighter weight foundations that I have. This is my third one of this, and I love this so much, especially even though I was an oily gal and I did have to blot when wearing this, even though I said it. And I was okay with that because I love it, and it was beautiful, and it was lightweight, and it was easy, just rub it on my fingers and go. But when I bought like this third one, the color, same color that I always use, it was just off. So that's why I kind of like stopped using it, but I still mix it in with my others. Like I said, I'm gonna come back to here because until I started using this or like these, this kind of just got put, as you can see, to the back. But I still love it. It's still good. I still recommend it. I don't know if they still have this one because I know they came out with like another one. I have not tried the new one yet, and honestly I don't know if I really intend to. e.l.f. Camel CC Cream, I bought it honestly because it had collagen, peptides, and niacinamide, and I love anything with peptides and niacinamide. Collagen is just a bonus. I know that obviously does not replace skincare, but because it had those added benefits, I was like, sign me up. It's pretty, it's really thick. You would think a CC cream, it would be more natural. To me, it was not, but it really looked pretty. But this, I'm losing my words here, but oh, it oxidized on me like really bad, like really, really, really bad. I made some TikToks with it, and I noticed like, wow, like I kind of look like an Oompa Loompa. But nonetheless, it's really pretty. If I had my like right shade, like I'm sure if I went with a lighter shade and let it oxidize, and you know what I'm knowing now. I just have others that I like more that I don't see the need to repurchase my right shade, but for whatever reason, I still hold on to it. This is really pretty too. Obviously not my shade, but I kept these around because I'm like, oh, I can use this at the perimeter of my face, or maybe like as a bronzer, because I love using foundations for that kind of stuff too. But yeah, so I have these. Probably will end up getting rid of them, honestly, because I don't think I need this much now that I'm not doing pro makeup. And then same thing, Cover FX. My sister gifted this to me because she bought it and it was a little too dark, so she was like, oh, you can add it to your kit or something, or use it. So I have it, and I haven't used it because it's too dark for me. I'm like a G30 and this is a G50. I thought that was really nice of her, and I do want to use it just to see if I like it, because Cover FX too, I think is like really good, and it doesn't get a lot of like airplay. And I love the fact that it's oil free, because like I said, I used to be an oily gal, not so much anymore, so I do go towards more hydrating. So that is everything that I have. That was a lot. I hope that you guys stuck around. If you did, thank you so much, and I look forward to making more content and sharing this journey with you. Thank you. Bye.